This is their first time ever being here at the East Alabama Motor Speedway, a part of this event. And the SCDRA name is growing and building to magnitudes. It's been headlined and shown at races like at Cherokee and the Carolinas, Tennessee. They're starting to now make their way here into Alabama. First time here at the East Alabama Motor Speedway for the Jamboree. Next week, they're going to be at All-Tech Raceway. Wendell and everybody down there at All-Tech Raceway are doing an event with the SCDRA front-wheel drives. Understanding Bubba Raceway Park is looking to be involved in doing something with them as well. And it all started with what Kelly Carlton did. The man behind the SCDRA name, Sport Compact Dirt Racing Association is what it stands for. And I want to make a big thank you also to Mark Newton and the Mini Stock Minute Live Race Report. Thank you for being the sponsor for the events for the front-wheel drive and the hot shots here for this event. The Jamboree, the front-wheel drive Jamboree Summer Shootout. So we're getting ready here in just a couple of moments to bring out the drivers of the front-wheel drive division, getting ready to pull out. They'll be ready to go with qualifying. Attention in the pit area. Attention pit side. We need the National 8 Model SuperCar Series drivers in your qualifying order. Please get lined up for your qualifying. You are on track next. National 8 Model SuperCar Series drivers, please get staged and ready in your order for qualifying. You are qualifying next. Recapping qualifying coming up next for the National 8 Model SuperCar Series. It was Lil Lightning Travis Pennington. He was your quick, fast man in hot laps. The driver of the car, number 01 at Stapleton, Georgia, 14.987 seconds. Everybody else in the 15-second bracket. The Middleburg juggernaut of Jason Fitzgerald was second quick with a 15.087. 15.097 for Turbo Tyler Turvin in the car number 02 entry. Those drivers, again, the fast three in hot laps. That was, again, just hot laps, which mean absolutely nothing. And, again, those drivers will come back and they'll regroup and qualify where they'll be going up against the clock. We will have everybody go heads up in their qualifying in their qualifying order. Then we will have 2 10-lap heat races to set the lineup. Any new cars will tag the back of the B-main tomorrow. And then we will have the 2 10-lap heat races, locking up one on the inside, one on the outside. New cars tag the back of the B-main if necessary to fill the 24-car field. We have got 15 of the front-wheel drive cars here in the house. My buddy Michael Patton will be back on the microphone here in a moment with qualifying for the hot shots. Of course, he knows those cars very, very well, as we have got 30-plus hot shots in attendance here as they'll battle out for some big money in the Summer Shootout Jamboree tomorrow night for Championship Saturday with almost $2,000 up for grabs. A good purse up on the line for the front-wheel drives of this division. And these cars are cars that you've never seen before. The front-wheel raced at East Alabama Motor Speedway before. They've primarily ran at Cherokee Speedway or Carolina Speedway in Gastonia or Fayetteville Motor Speedway. They had the Boom City race a couple of weeks ago. They paid $5,000 win or $4,000 a win, and Andrew Smith was the big winner of that. Let's talk about something with that man, Andrew Smith. He resides out of Pooler, Georgia, just outside of Savannah. I can promise you, fans, he puts the same energy, money, man hours, prepping, cleaning, working on your car that you would see somebody do in the NASCAR levels. Mind you, at one time, Andrew Smith was a competitor in NASCAR competition. He got out of running on the NASCAR sanctioning body, decided to get a front-wheel drive car, have fun on the dirt, and the rest is history. In 2017, he pocketed over $60,000, Miss Patton, in just front-wheel drive racing. In just those little cars, $60,000 racing. Phenomenal. The king of the SCDRA, I called him. Andrew Smith, the king out of Pooler, Georgia. Just one of the guys to keep an eye on. Chelsea Lawler, keep an eye on that young lady. She's a superstar to watch as well in that 15J. David Smoot will be your first car out to qualify. 2-car qualifying will follow. The best lap will decide their lineup for their heats later on tonight with me and Michael Patton on the call. And then we will again get ready for the National Late Model SuperCar Series qualifying.
SuperCar Series qualifying.
Audio sounds great.
National Late Model SuperCar Series, get ready. You're up next, guys. National Late Model SuperCar Series, get ready. You're up next right after the front-wheel drive cars. National Late Model SuperCar Series, get ready for qualifying.
Drivers, get to staging. You qualify next. Let me find a way to re-clarify this as nice as we can. If you choose to break a minor law and drive on the road without your minor driver's license, then, you take that risk, then it's okay. We can keep your license for you here. Pick it up tomorrow. But if you want to, get your driver's license, take that piece of plastic, take it back home to you, then you can have it again tomorrow. Then you got to turn it back in. Come up here to get your driver's license after we conclude tonight. Did that make sense? You can break a minor law, be all right. Ain't that big of a deal. Piece of plastic. Just tell the state trooper to come to East Alabama Motor Speedway. There you go. National Late Model SuperCar Series drivers, be ready to go. You qualify coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, on the Speedway. Now the front-wheel drives of the Sport Compact Dirt Racing Association. Ready to go first, the red and yellow number 9, 7 entry. Coming across the start-finish line, that's going to be David Smoot. David Smoot, the number 7 entry. To the racetrack at the same time and qualifying. Dynaco's in the house. Look out. Cars off of cars. It's the 15J. Chelsea Lawler in the number 15J Dynaco entry. All you need is Lightning McQueen and Jackson Storm, and you're set. Oh, and don't forget Mater to the back straight away. 1 car on the clock. David Smoot, the 7D entry. Behind him, the Dynaco entry of Chelsea Lawler. And we'll find out what type of times they're going to put on the board here as qualifying is underway now for the front-wheel drives for the Jamboree here at East Alabama Motor Speedway. Chelsea Lawler go to the top of the board right now. 20.102 seconds for Lawler in the Dynaco entry. Car number 15J. David Smoot again in the number 7D entry. He'll go with the best lap time of a 20.693. So 20.064 sets the bar for Lawler. David Smoot again second quick in the 7D entry with a 20.693. And there's your first 2 qualifiers for the front-wheel drive division. Next 2 cars onto the racetrack now is going to be the car number 74. That's going to be the number 74 of Bruce Denman. Bruce Denman in the 74 entry. Behind him will be Walker Wyndham in the number 72. So Wyndham and Walker, again, the next two qualifiers for the front-wheel drive here for the SCDRA rules. They'll come across the line. Green flag going in the air, and they'll be on the clock. The best of their 2 laps will lock in where they'll go. They will not be locked in from qualifying. Everybody will have to run one of the 2 heat races later tonight. For a preliminary Friday, again, rained out because of a little brief shower, thunderstorm. Worked on track prep, but we still got the show in. We didn't even have an intention of postponing anything. Let's see how we're going to go now with Bruce Denham. He'll go to the top of the board. He'll go to the runner-up with a 20.394. 20.394. Second quick now for Bruce Denham in the number 74. Let's see where Wyndham ends up on his first lap as he'll take the white linen across the stripe. 21.276. He's got to pick it up. He's the only car in the 21-second bracket. Everybody else in the 20s. Back straight away. He's on the back stretch. Bruce Denham across the line. He'll still pick it up on lap number 2. No. Lap 1 is your best lap of time for Denman. He'll go 20.394. 20.394 for Bruce Denman in 74. And Walker Wyndham is trumping at the bottom of the barrel with a 21.276. And his fastest lap was from lap number 1. So those are your next 2 qualifiers, the 4 that took time of the 16 here total for the front-wheel drives here for the first time ever at East Alabama Motor Speedway. And your next 2 cars are ready to roll onto the racetrack. Going to be the number 23M. That's going to be J.B. Moser. J.B. Moser in the number 23M. Casey Shane will follow in the number 11S. So Shane on the racetrack as well as Moser. Those drivers take the green flag. They'll go on the clock. Attention, National Late Model Supercar Series drivers, please get to staging. Your qualifying is coming up next. National Late Model Supercar Series drivers to staging. Your qualifying coming up next. So off the corner, let's see where things develop here for the drivers as they continue to make their laps. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, could it be quick time? Casey Shane to the top of the board. Yes, he goes a 19.743. Your new quick qualifier in the 11. And J.B. Moser right behind Shane. Holy smokes, hanging right there with Shane. Second quick on the board. First 2 drivers to hit the 19-second barrier. 19.743 for the new quick qualifier of Shane. He'll go to the tech area there and wait for inspection. And the 19.804 for Moser in 23M. So there's your last two qualifiers that came out. They go to the top of the board. They're 1 and 2. Next 2 qualifiers ready to go. Here comes John Wyndham in the 65 entry. And the man that I told you about, the king of the SCDRA, it is the king out of Pooler, Georgia, Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith in the 62. Andrew Smith, there's that beautiful-looking machine, the native out of Pooler, Georgia, just outside Savannah in 2017 with the SCDRA. He pocketed almost $70,000 in the 2017 racing season. That was from Screven to Screven, from winter freeze to the finale. To the line. White flag across the line. Smith, new quick time, I told you. Andrew Smith to the top of the board. 19.658. 19.658 seconds. And now, he's quicker on lap number 2 with a 19.587. 19.587 for Andrew Smith. So he's your new quick qualifier. He'll go to the top of the board. In the 162 entry, who else was out there with him? John Wyndham, I think it was. Okay, Wesley, you're back on track now. 20.259 was the best lap for John Wyndham, which was right now 5th overall. Attention, National Late Model Supercar Series drivers, to your cars. You qualify next. National Late Model Supercar Series drivers, please report to your cars in your qualifying order. You qualify next. Next 2 qualifiers on the Speedway is going to be Zachary Harmon in the 56 machine. Zachary Harmon in the number 56, and behind him is Gary Watson in the 10, the number 1G. So 56 is Zachary Harmon, Gary Watson in the 1G. Those are your next two qualifiers. Gary Watson up to third, cracking on the podium and qualifying at least right now with an